Project Diablo 2 today. We're going to be doing some Hell Cows. Going to try to find those high ruins. I did find a Vex ruin earlier on my 17th run. But right now I'm going to show you guys what build I'm running. I'm playing Barbarian. And we went with Deep Wounds. Now, this build isn't set in stone yet. I still have a couple of respecs left. This is just what I got for now until I get kind of fully geared. So we maxed Deep Wounds. And we maxed Grim Ward because that is the synergy to Deep Wounds. And we put about 10 points in the Whirlwind just to get some more velocity damage and attack rating. And we also maxed General Mastery because we're using swords. And I put 1 point into one of these each just to get some of the benefits. And my remaining points I put into Battle Command. And that's pretty well it. Pretty well what this build is it's a Bleeding Whirlwind build. Let's go over some of the items. Now, these weapons here is what complete this build for me. I have 2 Fury Blades. Now, these guys both give 5 to Deep Wounds and 5 to Frenzy. If you want to go Frenzy, it's totally up to you, but I like the Whirlwind. So that's 10 to Deep Wounds just from the weapons. They also give High Deadly Strike, ignores target's defense, and they give some bonus attack rating, stuff like that. They're just overall a great weapon to use for the Deep Wounds. We're also using Demon Horn's Edge. This gives 3 to pretty well Barbarian skills is what it is. But it also gives 20% chance to open wounds and 350 open wounds damage per second. That's why we went with this helm. It's pretty well your Deep Wounds helm. For the amulet, we went with Atma Scarab. What's great about this, it also has the chance to proc amplify damage. And I got lucky and I bought this amulet the other day, pretty cheap. And it had the corruption of 38% enhanced damage. Now, this also gives 10% chance to open wounds and 297 open wounds damage per second. So this is also for your Deep Wounds. We went with the Armor Tooth Row. This also gives Deadly Strike and gives 40% chance to open wounds and some more open wounds damage. So this again is for the Deep Wounds. Now for the boots, almost every Barbarian uses Gore Riders, don't matter what spec you are, but this is also good for open wounds. It also gives Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike, chance on open wounds, and open wounds damage. And for the gloves, I'm either going to go Soul Drainers or I think it's Drex. That also gives open wounds and open wounds damage. And for the belt, you could go String. There's a couple options you go here. It's up to you. I still have to replace my rings. You'd ideally probably want a Ravenfrost and maybe a Wisp for the summon for the extra attack rating. I think it's the Heart of the Wolverine, I believe. And I got a couple GCs. You want to go with Combat GCs because it's going to affect a lot of things. So we'll go to Combat Masteries. It's going to affect your Deep Wounds. It's going to help with your Natural Resistance, Iron Skin, anything in this lot here. So you're also getting your General Mastery up. So since you're playing Deep Wounds, going with Barb Combat GCs is a good way to go. Now, if you wanted to go max damage GCs and attack rating, you could go that way. But the way I'm going to be going with it is I'm going to get all Barb Combat GCs. And for my small charms, I'm going to mostly get max damage AR SCs. Right now, I have my Barbarian Torch. Still working on in my Analyst. And that's pretty well it. Nothing else special. Like I said, I made this character a few days ago, so we're still on the grind. I got lucky. I found some good high ruins early on. We're going to get cowing. Let's do it. Now, my character is pretty good for cowing right now. Once I get more top-end gear and all my gear corrupted and stuff, it's going to be great for maps. And the reason why Deep Wounds is going to be great for maps is in 8-man groups, barbarians are usually head of the pack. So all you have to do, I'll give you guys an example of how strong Deep Wounds is. I'm going to whirlwind this pack once and not touch them. Let's see how many die. Look, dead, 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 dead. And I only hit them once. So after you hit them, the Deep Wounds is going to keep causing damage. This also goes for if you have any items that on you that causes damage to the attackers. It will also proc the Deep Wounds. So they killed themselves. That's what I love about the Deep Wounds build. So it's a bleed build. It's up to you if you want to keep cruising back and forth between, but you could ideally just one whirlwind packs like this, just keep moving. Sometimes you're going to get a couple of stragglers, that happens. And they just drop like flies. And that's what I love about it. It's so fun, right? Just watch, see the health? It's just going and going. Oh, also note, you guys probably can't see it, but right now I have an open wounds chance of 104%. So it's over 100%. So as long as you hit the enemy, it's going to proc the open wounds. And my total open wounds damage is at 3,709. And I still need my anti-charm. I still need combat GCs and some other items that will benefit the open wounds. So by the time you're done, you're probably looking at 4,500 to 5k open wounds damage. That's probably a rough estimate, and that's physical damage. So it's going to be very strong, and like I said, especially in maps where your barbarian whirlwind barb goes ahead of the pack. All you have to do is keep whirlwind and go right through, and you'll be doing damage no matter what. Now I'm looking for some more high runes. Since I found that Vex, we were on run 17. I am on run number 5 now, and I still haven't found one. So we're going to see what next run drops the high rune. I do need to get my mercenary for the Vigor aura, just for to pick up the pace. Now, there wasn't too many changes in Season 8. They did add the terror zones, which was a great idea. I'm so glad they stole it. Like, that is, like, one good idea D2R had. Now, Project Diablo 2 has it. There will never be a reason for me to go back to D2R. I think what Blizzard has done to D2R is... they just had too many bad ideas. I think the elemental charms, the Sunder charms, I think they're called, they added to the game. I think that ruined the game. And a couple other things they added. Some of the new rune words they added. A lot of it don't even make sense. Now, if I find any decent high runes, I think my next item, I'm either going to go for my anti-charm or I'm going to replace my gloves. And I'm probably going to go with the Drax just for the open wounds damage. But I might get soul drainers later just to see what the difference is. As much of them all drop. Moo, 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 moo. And that's the worst thing is about the ones you don't hit. But still pretty cool to see. Yeah, next run I'm gonna grab my mercenary just to get that run speed up. But I could also be using Frenzy. Comes with the swords for free. I'm actually surprised you actually don't see a lot of bleed whirlwind barbarians. Now, from what I know, some throw barbs use the deep wounds. I've yet to try it to see what that is like. I'm sure that's probably pretty OP, to be honest, especially if you got like some 400, 500 enhanced damage throw weapons. I'd say you'd be tearing stuff apart. But throw was always really strong. Like, you never really needed the deep wounds. I find for Whirlwind, it's great in these big packs because sometimes you're not coming back to hit the same enemy right away, right? So I find deep wounds is very effective with Whirlwind. And I think this run is almost done. An elite dropped like that. I think that's it for this run. Let's see what we got. Garbage, 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 garbage. 2 life after each kill. That's pretty cool, but other than that, it's garbage. All right, let's go do the next run. I'm gonna grab the mercenary. Try to speed these runs up a bit. Oh, right next to us. Lucky. Lucky, lucky. I don't really like picking up large charms. Trying to get rid of them sometimes can be a pain in the ass. And it needs to be a good one. It needs to be like a 4% with life. Other than that, they're all garbage. Get her done, son. Oh, yes. Lagged for a bit there. All right, let's kill some cows. Hope there's no vegetarians here, because we're about to mow the grass. That's what whirlwinding cows reminds me of cutting grass. You're just weaving back and forth like the whippersnipper. Oh, we got a stone skin guy. He's still no match. And that's another thing. It's like I could still be using Act 5 Mercenary when I get the items, which is going to increase my damage. And when I put a beast or something on him, or something with fanaticism, something like that, I'm going to get a big damage increase. And especially with a T-Mite, I'm also going to get the Might Aura. So there's still a long way to go for this character. I'm still kicking ass right now. Sheet damage is only about 3,500. Nothing like crazy. I think it was season 5 or season 6. I had a whirlwind barb using a two-hander. It was a, can't remember the name of it. It was one of those unique mauls that proc damage. Anyways, I was doing like 32k whirlwind. I've seen a video of a guy doing a like almost 50k whirlwind, but that was with a crafted hammer. It was pretty GG, to be honest. Ooh, Worldstone Shard. Oh, we got a baddie. I think that's it for over here. We're nothing down there. Nothing good, nothing good. Another game I've actually been playing is Wayfinder, as some of you might know. I've actually been enjoying that game a lot. Definitely needs some more content. Still very fun to play. It depends on what type of game you like. But I've been enjoying that game a lot, and I will be playing it when it fully releases, 100%. It's one of the games I'm actually looking forward to. And I haven't been looking forward to many games at all. Like, I was looking forward to Diablo 4, but I always had doubts about Diablo 4 because I learned my lesson with Diablo 3. Diablo 3 was such a letdown, and when Diablo 4 came out, I had hope, and I had too much hope. I've held on to Blizzard for too long. Me and Blizzard were broke up. We're not dating anymore. I'm not doing it with them anymore. They can do what they want. I'm not even going back for season 2. I'm waiting until the game has some big major changes. I remember before the game even released, like even months and months before, they were talking about adding ruins, had a lot of the Diablo 2 community psyched up. And by the time the game released, they didn't release with ruins. They said it couldn't be done, they couldn't do it, or some BS, which is their loss, because I think that's something they could totally went with. It was an old Diablo 2 thing, you farm ruins. I think it would have been a great thing for Diablo 4. Excuse me. But that's what I like to do in Diablo 2. I like to farm ruins. I like to get rich, and I like to trade. Diablo 4 almost has none of it. They totally screwed up. Resistances didn't even work on release. It was a sad state. But enough of that. I've talked about Diablo 4 enough. I'm totally over it. That's why we're back here cowing and plowing. Woo! Worst thing about cows is, like, I find that a lot of them have stone skin. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Another good character, great for doing hell cows. Like, you want to do some like 3-minute runs. I've done on this character, not this character, but on a meteor source. You could do cow runs like as soon as you open the portal in about 2.5 minutes, and that's like you're flying through it. Meteor source is like the best cow clear, 100%. All you do is you teleport, cast meteor dead, teleport, cast meteor dead, and you just keep going. All right, I think that's it for this map. Okay, on to the next. Cow plow 101. Let's do it. Now, some people will tell you going to get the leg is annoying. For some people, they don't know Tristram is a level 82 area, and I'm after finding high ruins, Stone of Jordans, BK rings, just to go get the leg. It's also a good thing to farm while you're coming here to do it. I always do the elite pack that usually spawns over here. You come up through the middle, kill these guys, and kill the guys at the top next to the leg. Right? It's all on your route anyways. You might as well kill them. I'm telling you, I'm after getting some pretty good drops from these guys in here. Oh, we got some garbage we gotta get rid of. Garbage. That's kind of cool. It's not that great though. All right, let's get it. Cows, moo 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 moo. Gotta get my BO back on. Oh no, my mercenary, don't die! She's very weak and nimble. Moo, 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 moo. Trying to click on rocks and stuff sometimes, I'm telling you, it's it can be a rough situation. All right, let's get it done. Where's all the cows at? Moo, 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 moo. Usually when I start a PD2 season, I usually start with a Summon Necro. Decided to change it up this season. I really wanted to make the Deep Wounds Barbarian. The great thing about Summon Necro is he gets a teleport, which is very useful. And makes things a lot quicker. But Summon Necro don't get strong until you get a lot of like GCs and a lot of stuff like that. Because you got to get your minions really strong enough to kill stuff by themselves pretty well, because you can't control your minions in this game, so sometimes they separate and it can slow DPS. But if you tele-stomp, you can kind of focus one target and you can put out some major DPS. My Summon Necro, it was in a map game. I think I was doing like 1.2 million DPS, which is pretty high. I haven't seen many characters reach 1 million. Seen a lot hit like 600,000 and 700,000, but for a character to hit over 1 million, I'm telling you, that's a pretty good character you got. And especially if it's not like just mass AoE. Leave her alone! My mercenary, Fiona! Princess Fiona! I just noticed that was her name now. I didn't even know that was her name. Ooh, small charm. Small charm. Oh, jeez. Another thing I like about this game is it has loot filters. D2R, it doesn't have them. D4 doesn't have them. I played Last Epoch. They got them, which is great. So, like, having a loot filter for your game, especially for an ARPG where it's all about loot, it's like a must-have nowadays. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to get to level 99 this season. It's a lot of work, I'm telling you. I think all the top 3 spots on Project Diablo 2, if you're one of the top 3 for your class, say like Barbarian Source, and you get a special aura or a special glow. It's like green, I think, for reaching level 99. And only the top 3 people can get it. Grim Scythe. Oh, I think this is the Necromancer Skelly Mage Scythe. Ooh, no. You need the 3 to Necromancer skills and you need the 5 to Skelly Mages. I think it was season 6. It says you may summon 6 additional Skelly Mages. It used to be 8. I used to play the Necro Skelly Mage build using this weapon with a +1 to all skills. Used to have 8 Skeleton Mages. Losing those 2 mages, you might not think it's a big deal, but it was huge. It was a lot of DPS you lost out on. So when they nerfed this item, they pretty well nerfed that whole build. It wasn't really worth playing. Now, you can still play it. It still does good. You don't get me wrong, but why would you play that when you can play the Skeleton Warrior Archer Mage build and have more toughness, like more defenses, less chances of dying? Let's get it. Where's the ruins? Where's my ruins? Also, once I do get this guy geared up, leveled, and pretty well done, I will be giving away free High Ruins items. It's stuff I used to do every season. People might remember that. I also used to play hide and seek, where I would hide myself and give people hints, and If whoever found me, I used to give away stuff like that. High runs used to be a great bit of fun. Anybody who played Project Diablo 2 and sees those games, they remember. I pretty well invented this stuff. I always did it since season 2 when I joined, because I used to do it in D2R towards the end of my D2R days. It's just a great bit of fun, or you can hide items on the ground, but that's what I used to do in D2R, is hide items on the ground. But the downfall on Project Diablo 2 is everybody has an item filter. So if you walk near an item, it might tell you that you're near it. So that's why I used to play. Now I play hide and seek, where I hide myself and give hints to where it's to. It was a great bit of fun. I can't wait to do some videos on that. And that's it for this run. Let's go to the next. Hopefully I'll be fully geared the next 3 or 4 days. I love doing that stuff, giving back to the community, especially where some people don't have as much time to play. So it gives them a chance to have fun with the season. I've been playing Project Diablo 2 since Season 2, as I said, and I've always been looking for Tyrael's Might. I played D2 for almost 20 years now. I've never found a Tyrael's Might. On Project Diablo 2, it is easier in general to find items like that. Just because the drop rates for like high ruins and items is just generally increased. So if you're playing, you're gonna have a better chance of getting items in general. But I'm after finding like 5 unique sacred armors, and none of them was a Tyrael's Might. It was all T-Might, Templar's Might. So I'm still looking for my Tyrael's Might. Back in the old D2 LOD days, I used to just buy a Tyrael's Might just to say I got the rarest item in the game. And sometimes I just wear it to show it off in town. It's just one of those cool items. But Tyrael's Might is actually a good armor on Project Diablo 2. Like some of the changes they done to this game, that's what I mean. They made the rarest armor in the game actually have good affixes. In D2R, it's still a plain crappy armor that does nothing. And it's the rarest armor in the game, but it's not good for any builds. Like, make that make sense, right? Jeez, all the small charms here today. Also, for anybody that is trying to level in Project Diablo 2 and you can't do Hell Cows yet, what I do as soon as I'm able to, farm the pits. It's in Act 1. It's one of the easiest level 85 places to farm because it's an Act 1, has Act 1 mobs. So just in general, they're easier. They don't have as much health. Now, they still do a good bit of damage, but it's probably the best place to start farming until you get some better items. Then you can start doing cows, maps, chaos runs. Sometimes I even farm the World Stone levels, level 2, 3, and then I go kill Baal. I usually clear all those areas because they're level 85 areas. This is the first season with the terror zones in Project Diablo 2. So when I get a bit more geared, I might try the terror zones, see how they go. It's always, at least it's something else you can do in the game now besides maps. Like that was another great thing about Project Diablo 2 that D2R didn't have, was maps. Now we got maps. Now we got terror zones, and if you really wanted to, you could build Uber characters. Now, Ubers on here is a little bit different than the Ubers on D2R. I will say you only get one chance at them. If you die, you have to go farm the materials again. There's always people on Twitch. There's a guy, I can't remember his name. He's always, every season, he builds Uber characters. He must do 100, 200 Uber runs within the season. That's all he does all season, which is good for him because he's pro at it. And I like to watch him. And some of these Uber bosses, they can drop some GG items you can only get from the Ubers. I tried doing the Ubers in, I think it was season 6. I killed it about maybe 10 times. Uber Diablo anyways. I didn't try Uber Mendelin, I think it is. Mendelin, whatever you want to call it. Which is another boss that D2R doesn't have. Just some cool fights they've added over the years. And they've tried to stay to the original game, which is what I like to see. And like I always say, they balanced out every class. You can play any character you want, any spec you want. I think it was season 5. I had a sorceress that I had a new weapon that could summon revives. So I was a dual enchant sorceress because they added cold enchant to sorceress in PD2. And so I had cold enchant and fire enchant with revives, and I'd dual enchant my revives, and I'd go around telestomping shit. It's just like one of the cool things that like you could do in Project Diablo 2. I love the cow. It's so mind-numbing. I don't even know how I hit that button. Okay. Okay, more cows over here. Moo, moo, moo. Also, if anybody's looking to get into Project Diablo 2, you can shoot me a message. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Anything you might want help with. Don't be shy, just ask. And I think that's it for today. I'm gonna probably do some more cow runs tomorrow. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.